Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Gust of Wanderlust. I am your humble DM as always, Chazza, or Charlie, whatever you want to call me.
Been twice.
Always! And I am joined by Sam, Matt, Rayla and Taylor, otherwise known as...
Well, I'm the Sam. I'm known as Peer, the centaur artificer fighter. You know, big horse, big everything. Big balls, big axe, big hammer, big armor, big AC, the works. I've got it all.
Your mic is also a little staticky for some reason.
Why is this happening to me?
Because of your big balls.
My big balls.
They're interfering with the frequencies.
I am Matthew, the Catawumpus, and I have median testicles and the likes, but otherwise similar.
I gotta say that this is like the strangest opening yet. I mean, it's only been twice.
It's only the second episode, and the intros have already devolved into testicles.
It only goes downhill from here.
I'm wondering how this is gonna derail as we go. Yeah, I'm Rayla, and I'm playing a pesky little rogue like any D&D group needs, named Kasper.
What size are your testicles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really important question to ask here.
He has a fucking cloaca.
And how big is he?
I think. I don't know. You shouldn't be asking what's down someone's pants. That's inappropriate.
Well, I'm Taylor, and I'm playing Neolot. I am a dwarf bard, with one testicle.
Oh, well, this is new information.
It's law now.
I'll pass that information to the artist.
Lore.
I like how you lost one, having them being armoured all the time, while I still have mine while I've been exposed for 75 years.
I haven't got armor.
Strange. Well, you've got something over them.
True, very true.
It works like immune system, right? You just gotta make it
That's
hardy.
true. If they're hard, I demand testicle damage. 1d4.
Well, if someone punches you in the testicles, you automatically take 1d4 damage.
Me?
Well, yeah, because you're the only one with exposed testicles.
Oh no, if I mean hit someone with them.
Oh, hit someone. Oh, okay. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you run over someone like a short dwarf.
As they've been hardened.
Do you think it'd be like them, them scenes in, like, westerns and all that lot when people are fighting on top of the train? Somebody ducks down just to avoid one sign coming through. They get back up and they're all proud of themselves and they turn around and there's a giant pair of knackers that just smack them to the ground.
Yes. Yeah, every time your charge misses, they have to make a dex saving throw to avoid testicles.
I'm happy with that, actually. I'll take it, I guess.
Best DM.
Okay. Well, last time in the very first episode, you all met at Monsieur Lucius's tavern, where Kasper and the Catawumpus were being interviewed to be security for Neil Alot's upcoming tour of the globe or continent, whatever scale you wish, Neil.
Global.
You both made somewhat of a good impression. Airgun sent Neil to bed, whilst he spoke to the rest of you about some duplicitous backwards dealings regarding fantasy-style AirPods. And then you all slept in Neil's room without his permission. Kasper then found a wand of conducting in the morning. After you all woke up and found the wand and such, you all went to the lonely lighthouse to help out with a rat problem, which then turned into a chitinous reptile problem, to what end you found a tunneling out of the lighthouse back towards the city. You heard various screams of commoners through it, and that's where we ended last session.
We took a long rest, didn't we?
No, you took a short rest.
Oh, that's
Yes.
not good. I thought it was a long rest.
You took a short rest.
Oh,
Yep.
well, I have no spells. Oh, no, I have one.
Aww.
That'll do, that's why these guys are here, to protect you.
Oh boy.
I do think, we should probably investigate those screamings.
I think that,
Are we done here?
yeah, that might be the best course of action. To be honest.
It doesn't sound too great.
I suppose if you guys think that's the way to go, I am.
It'll be a good test for your new ones, Some good points could be out here.
Yeah, totally. Any loot left
Yeah, I was
here
about to say,
though?
can we investigate this room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure can. It's just broken boxes. It looks like this room has not been used in years. It's just broken boxes, broken wine barrels.
Ooh.
There's some wine that you can lick
I'll
off
take
the
some
floor.
wine. Oh, off the floor. Neil will leave it alone. Is there any other creatures around?
Yeah, other than the corpses are.
I think we should probably take some evidence of these creatures in case it means anything to anyone.
I think you're right.
Do we want to cut off its head, or?
I mean, they are small. They're like chihuahua sized.
Oh, okay.
Put some on my back.
Oh, okay.
Just a couple of whole ones.
I'll go and grab one and give it to Pierre.
Okay. You now have a corpse on your back.
Yeah.
I do think we should probably investigate the screaming. It's part of your test still.
Oh, yeah.
You just see Airgun in the corner still writing notes copiously.
Well.
I've said a word this whole time. Just
A hero's gotta do what a hero's gotta do, I suppose.
The Catawumpus is somewhat concerned by this need to aid other people. The Catawumpus thought he had only one charge.
I think you have to protect me, so Neil will walk into the tunnel first.
Just before leaving, the Catawumpus would like to dip one of his right-hand claws into this wine that's on the floor and give it a sniff.
It smells like wine.
He will lick it as well then.
Okay. It tastes like it's been open a few months.
If Neil saw this, he would definitely have a little taste as well. Just to, fit in. Of course.
Is everyone not gonna partake of this floor wine?
I don't think
Partake
I can
of the
reach.
floor wine.
Yeah.
Of course you can reach. You can reach down like a horse.
I think this is from 600 odd years ago. I think we shouldn't waste this. And he'll have a couple
Okay.
more slurps.
You feel your boots there, little fellas. I'll hang back this time.
Right, no, we should leave. We should go.
There's not enough to get drunk. I won't be mean. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you make your way through the tunnel. The tunnel is very dark. Are you taking torches for people who need
Yes.
torches?
Neil
Yes.
still has one lit anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I will say, Pierre, you will not fit through the tunnel.
Oh,
Well, shit.
Ooh.
It's not that big of a tunnel. It's
What if
like
I,
it's like this, like the size of a football
like 30 centimeters. Okay, never
or
mind. Yeah, we'll go
soccer
around.
ball.
Hey.
Hmm?
I can fit through there.
Probably not wise to go
think-
alone.
Okay, maybe a little bit bigger because I think Neil could fit through as well. But,
Really?
Yeah.
Neil,
Yeah.
he's got a big belly. Real
That's,
big
Oh,
belly on him.
maybe your belly or bum would get stuck.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Exercise ball size. That's it.
I'm meant to kick you through.
The Catawumpus at this moment of indecision would be standing directly behind Neil, looming down at him, staring almost entirely into the nape of his neck, and just waiting for him to move.
I think we should probably go back up and tell Oliver we've dealt with the rat infestation, and then maybe investigate the town.
Neil, I do have a proposition here, though. If you really, really want to go through that tunnel, I might have, not butter, but I do have some oil. If you want to...
Let's oil up Neil.
I'd probably... Maybe another day we could experiment with that, but no, not at the moment.
You can squeeze through.
I just had a shower yesterday, so I don't want to have another one this week.
Okay, so you're heading up towards
Yeah,
the
Neil
exit
will
towards
head
Oliver.
up to the exit towards Oliver.
Can Casper take at least, peek a little bit more? Like maybe
Yeah.
at least relay what Casper can
Yeah,
see
you
in
can-
this tunnel.
You can peek through. Obviously, you need a torch.
Yeah, I have
But-
a
So you
torch.
can only see like 20 feet down. It just looks like these creatures have burrowed in here.
I'm thinking maybe they didn't like us fighting, and maybe they were attacking people. That's what the screaming.
Oh,
The Catawumpus would like
Maybe.
to start gathering the remaining corpses of the creatures by the entrance to the hole.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, they're all now by the hole.
The Catawumpus would now like to borrow a torch.
Okay.
I'll hand you my
The
torch.
Catawumpus would like to send a message, is what I'm putting down.
Oh!
Okay. You're gonna light the corpses.
I am.
Okay, sure.
If they come back through this hole again, then they are going to be met immediately with the smell. Even for weeks afterwards, they're going to be met with the smell of their burnt kind. So that might stave them off until this is somewhat repaired.
You don't need to roll for that. You start this fire. It smells quite nice. Yeah.
I mean, Neil will help
a lot
us
of
just grab
smoke.
like some chairs, tables, and pile it up to make a bigger fire.
Immediately, I would take the chair off. That anything else other than the corpses will not be burning on the
Do
Catawumpus'
you
watch.
guys know what carbon monoxide poisoning is?
What's
Or
that?
dioxide? I don't know. It's one of the D's or monos.
These nuts.
This room is now filling up with corpse smoke.
Right, let's go. Let's go. We need to go.
I can't stand it much longer in here. Let's go back up.
Neil's gonna leave.
But it does smell like some good charred lizard.
Guys, are we burning this building down from within?
It's only corpses.
It shouldn't spread that far. I assume the floors are made of like stone
Yeah.
in that room.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
yeah.
Roll a luck check. Someone just roll a d20.
I got it. Do you want me to add?
No,
okay,
nothing.
it's
Just
not-
just a straight
13.
roll. Okay. The wine didn't reach there.
Would the wine even be flammable?
We licked it all up.
Yeah.
We licked it all up.
Did you
I
lick
have been.
all of it up?
I
That's
did a
some
lot of.
strong ass
with your
wine.
bird tongue. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I've been going la, 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 la for so long.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Do you all now leave?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to
Okay.
die, probably.
Well, you
Probably
go knock on the
makes
door because you remember Oliver locked it, and he eventually comes back and opens it. He's like, did you kill Bertie?
Yes. All of them. There was quite a few of them, along with some lizards.
You could have left
Creatures?
Bertie.
Bertie, I think, was already eaten.
You got
Well-
a hole.
There's a hole.
You got a hole in your basement.
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to say.
He turns around and gets a out of order sign and just puts it on the door and closes it behind you.
I
could
wouldn't expect
probably
anything
patch
more.
it up for a good price, you know. I could probably get Elindra to come and patch that up, maybe at some point, you know.
Oh,
Put in a new wall and such to stop the.
How much would that be?
You'll have to ask me later for a bit of a quote. I can't tell you now. I'll have to price it all up, you know, the parts, the components, you know, the fixings and all that. But I'll let Elindra know, you know.
Okay. And as he's saying this, a piece of wood falls down from behind him and clatters to the floor. You get the feeling he will not be inquiring for your services.
Sash.
Can Neil look outside and just see if he can see anything going on in town? From this
Yeah. You see a commotion. Horses are going mental. Farm creatures are going mental. Because the view from town you have is basically just a bunch of tents, like big tents, small tents. There's people running away.
I think we should probably finish the job, and
Yeah.
I think we've made a bit of a mess out there.
But yeah, we should probably go find out what's up with that. I'm quite concerned myself.
Definitely, boss.
Yeah.
Neil will turn around to Oliver and go, "Thank you, Oliver. Pay air gun when you get a chance. We're gonna go and leave."
Yeah, you'll make your way towards these refugee-esque tents. The screaming gets louder and louder, and then as you get into the main square, there's a hole in the floor about the same size as you guys saw previously, but there's only two of these little reptile boys. But the horses and goats also have these strange luminescent purple eyes and are also attacking the people.
Oh no.
Neil would sort of crouch down and gesture to crouch down and say to everyone, "I think we're in a bit of a pickle here. We may have spread a virus."
What do you mean, we? What do we
I
do?
think that was us.
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
I got 4.
I got a better one this time. 14.
natural 20.
21.
Hold on, I didn't use my
Add
thing.
your
I
modifier?
had 3 plus. Yeah, 17 then.
Ah, that's better.
Yippee!
There you go. We love to see it. We love to see it. I'm going to use a homebrew rule where because sometimes people get disappointed if you roll a nat 20 on initiative because people feel like it's a wasted roll. We're going to do a thing where you can pick where you want to go in initiative if you roll a nat 20.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
First, please.
You want to go first?
You bastard!
Go ahead.
Okay, so please describe to me the field of battle. Where are we
so-
positioned in relation to these boys?
You are to, I guess, the right-hand side, the west. No, not the west. The east. The east. And there's a tent next to you, which you are sort of... Well, I guess you aren't crouched, but the other three are crouched behind it.
Hey, I'm so small. I don't
You
need
do
to.
not need to crouch.
I'm looming
That's
over.
some tactics right there.
Okay, Neil is
Just me
crouched.
crouched. Yeah. Sorry, he's actually kneeling.
There he
Ha
is.
ha. Kneeling.
There's like a stone road going through the center of town, and there's tents just scattered along the pathway and basically all over the pathway. There's two of the bug things attacking a nobleman, it looks like, in about 30 feet from you. The two horses, well, one horse is running after a commoner to your right hand side, and then another horse is directly in front of you, about 20 odd feet, and then the two goats are attacking a child. 6 enemies in total. 2 goats, 2 horses, and 2 reptile thingamabobs.
Where be pray them goats be at?
The goats are
Again.
about 30 feet to your left.
I want to goat for them. Okay, so I am going to charge them, or one of
Please
them
do.
anyway. If you move at least 30 feet towards a target and hit them with a melee weapon attack in the same turn, you can follow that attack with a bonus action,
Oh shit. Okay.
which is my hoof attack. So I'm going to charge, and I'm going to use my Kopesh and try and heavy horseman that guy. Yeah.
Go for it. Roll to hit these goats.
This is probably overkill for a goat.
Aggressive. Imagine an aggressive bear, but not bear. Bear.
Imagine an aggressive bear. Okay.
Yes.
Imagine a normal goat.
There you go. Yeah, they're doing the whole headbutt thing that they do.
Okay, so that would be a 11 to hit.
11 to hit. That hits a goat.
Hooray! 12 damage from my...
12
Sword?
damage. You kill a goat 3 times.
Well, that was overkill. I have another attack as well. How close are... Wait, does it work that way?
They're right next to each other. You can attack the other goat.
Oh, you make one attack against that target with your hooves.
I'll allow you to hit the other one because you killed one.
Okay. This is fine by me. Natural 20.
Oh.
Oh my god!
This is going well. So that's a crit. That'll be
Poor goats!
10 damage.
Describe to me how you double kill both of these goats.
So I want you to imagine the scene: a horse charging. Is the goat attacking the children like towards me, or is the child running away from me?
The child is running away from you.
Okay, so I come up from behind the goats, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna, with my first attack, you know, in butcher shops when they butcher a lamb, they cut it down the spine,
Yes.
head to tail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that, just completely
Oh my
in
god.
twain.
Jesus. Okay.
You
That's the
could
first
sell that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one's just gonna be a clean kick to the face. I think nothing too fancy. Just
It flies off into the
slash,
distance.
hop right.
Goes into someone's tent. Ah!
Just launched.
Catawumpus, that's your turn.
The Catawumpus is not going to take his eye off of Neil's nape, but he is going to draw his sword and hang it in front of his legs, just behind Neil's back, to the point where if there were any hairs protruding, they would probably be able to feel the blade. The Catawumpus is going to wait. I mean, he might prepare an action, depending on the scenario. If something were to run towards our location, then
One of the horses looks like it's about to.
Well, the Catawumpus isn't looking at the horse, but if it senses,
okay.
the Catawumpus senses the horse's impending doom, then the Catawumpus will ensure that doom upon the horse.
Okay. So you're holding an attack
Yes.
against something that comes towards you.
Yes. More specifically, Neil.
Okay. Well, that is Casper's turn then.
Well, Casper is thinking. His little peanut brain is thinking. And, I mean, he is intelligent, but he's thinking that this disease must be spread by those little critters. I mean, why would all these creatures be possessed? Any creature that has been, any animal that has been in close contact with these guys have gotten strange. So he's gonna target the source.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, because we were technically hidden, does Casper have advantage to do a sneak attack?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
use
for it.
a short bow for my sneak attack, and target one of the little guys, the little creatures. Rolled a 12, so 17, I guess.
That hits.
Cool. So an 8 plus 1d6 again. Plus 1, so 9.
You kill it.
Yippee! But there's another one, right? 2?
There is 2, yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
you kill one of them.
Well, I mean, with precision, because he is such a dexterous boy. He does a little bit of a Robin Hood style. It's like the classic through the eye.
Wonderful.
It's a regular headshot. It's just, let's keep it simple. No need to
Easy
flare.
peasy.
Yeah. I mean, because I do have cunning action, I can hide as a bonus.
Yeah.
I'd like to hide again, if possible, behind some boxes, trying to,
Roll a stealth check.
Ooh, I got a 16.
Okay. You are sufficiently hidden
Nice.
from these animals.
Just to state, because of the specificness of the hiding there, I do think it's worth just making 100% sure that it's known that Catawumpus is not attempting to hide at all. He's standing at his full height, and he is simply looming. He could not be more evident in a crowd. He does not care at all.
That's the Catawumpus for you. Classic the Catawumpus behavior.
How tall is he?
6'2", 6'3".
Oh my god. Okay. Fair enough. Well, that is the reptile. The one reptile's go. He is going to notice his brethren is now dead, which is good because now he no longer gets pack tactics. But
hell yeah.
he is going to see Pier about 10 feet away from him to his left, and he's going to run over to you because you seem tastier than this small, skinny nobleman. And he's going to attack you.
I think not.
That is... I don't think that hits. That's an 11 plus 5.
Nope.
So that's a 16. Yeah, no, that does
No.
not hit you. Okay, well...
Nowhere near.
Now it is the horses. One horse is going to attack this commoner and try and kill it with its hooves.
No, not Bertrude.
Well, that
Come
is
on.
a 21 to hit.
Oh.
Bertrude? Oh no, Bertrude's dead.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Does
That
Neil
is-
know Bertrude?
If you spend some time out in the tented area where people aren't allowed in, can't get in the city, then yeah, you know Bertrude. That's 11 damage.
Ah.
The
And a
Catawumpus
commoner
had
has
heard
4
that
hit points.
Bertrude had put a cat in a bin once and then kicked it. So, he's not the biggest fan of Bertrude.
Well, Bertrude is dead. So, the other horse is going to charge towards Neil and the Catawumpus and attempt to hoove the one in front, so Neil. But you do have a held action, so you can attack it as soon as it comes within range.
Yeah, to describe the kind of movement Catawumpus would do, as soon as he heard the encroaching hooves of the horse, he would step with his right shoulder facing towards the horse and step outwards in that manner, pointing his sword with his right hand away and then swing it towards the neck of the horse, just kind of judging where it would be, while mainly keeping his eyes locked forward. He doesn't want to get any of the blood directly in his eyes. That would be a 12.
12 to hit, that hits.
Fantastic.
This horse, it's just a riding horse.
And that would be 13 damage. So I'm happy with
13
that.
damage. You exactly kill this horse. It does not attack Neil.
Oh.
Well, you described to me how you decapitate this horse.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost entirely that. There's a Catawumpus.
Neil's jaw just like drops as he gets sprayed with a bunch of horse blood.
So it would chop it, and I mean, Catawumpus can barely do anything else due to the speed of the horse. But he's sidestepped the horse, like more or less perfectly used the horse's momentum to decapitate itself. Just immediately swings his sword to the side, throwing off as much blood as possible. But then immediately afterwards resuming the position he would have previously been in, without even taking one look at what I presume the horse's now lifeless body would have slowly galloped a step or two further before collapsing.
Yep, it collapses directly in front of you.
Fantastic.
Well, you fucking killed it, so I can't... and the goats are dead, so... Neil, that's your turn.
So the only thing left is a horse, right? And a reptile?
There's one horse and one reptile boy.
Okay, and the horse is just trampling on Bertrude.
Bertrude. Yeah,
Okay.
Bertrude.
I
Rest in
think
peace.
first thing Neil would do is turn around to Catawumpus and go, well, thank you very much. I think you just saved me slightly. And then he'll turn to the horse that is stomping on Bertrude, and he's going to pull the closest thing possible from his belt, which is a very small hammer, and just fling it at the horse to try and gain its attention.
Okay, sure.
So it is thrown. I'm guessing he's within 60 feet actually for a light hammer to throw it.
Yeah, definitely within that much.
A 14, because I get a -1.
You hit.
Good!
You hit this horse.
And that is 2 points of damage against the horse.
Wow.
Neil is just aiming to get the attention, though, of the horse. And then he's going to kneel back down again, waiting for Sir Catawumpus to do his slicing attack above his head. When
You
the horse
certainly
runs at him.
have the horse's attention.
Oh, in my turn.
It turns to you with these luminescent purple eyes, which obviously none of the dead animals have anymore. And you just... If a horse could furrow its brow, it would.
I mean, is Neil intimidated, is he?
Do you want to be intimidated?
I don't know. I was just asking. I mean, I suppose he'll whimper slightly as slight regret, but he has full confidence now in the Catawumpus.
Okay. Well, that's back to the top pier.
Okay, so who's left?
You have a reptile boy who's nibbling at your ankles.
Oh yeah,
and
of course.
the horse, which is about 40 feet away from you.
So, I'm just gonna try and stab this ankle biter in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's 11 again.
That does not hit.
Sad. Okay,
That does not hit the
that's
reptile
my
boy.
turn.
It's a Catawumpus.
Well, I mean, the Catawumpus is more or less going to resume the position he had beforehand. The Catawumpus would have been too busy paying attention to the surroundings to really notice that Neil had thrown something. But I think hearing what I presume would have been the almost snort of the horse as it furrows its brow,
Precisely.
I think the Catawumpus would, standing perfectly, with Neil perfectly between the two of them, he would lift up his head slowly and carefully, smiling as he does, and stare the horse right in its eyes, and once again resume the position he had beforehand with the sword in front of his knees, while behind Neil, almost being his shadow.
Absolutely terrifying. Love it. So you're just holding a action again?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this time with a much bigger grin.
That is Kasper.
So, can I see how bloody these creatures are, or...?
The reptile boy is 100% healthy, and the horse has just got a bit of a dent in its bum.
Well, what if we make that dent a bit deeper? Kasper peeks up from a barrel beside him, and kind of like with the lid on top of his head, and he angles his short bow out, all cool again, getting a sneak attack on the horse.
Okay, yeah.
Ass. He's aiming for the ass specifically. Ooh, okay. Well, a 22.
Ooh.
That certainly hits a horse.
A 12.
You murder this horse by shooting it in the backside. Does it just go all the way through?
Well, you see, he put a little bit too much elbow grease into that pulling back of the string. It was so strong that the vibrations from this bow made his whole little body start shaking a little bit. Just, it just sent straight through, kind of like in a cartoon. So much so that his little lid hat drops. And yeah, it's pretty strong. Kind of too much of a bullseye, so to speak. We do not need to get too graphic about this. It's just, you cannot see it on the outside anymore.
So it went through his intestines.
Into his heart. Into his heart.
Okay. Well, yeah, the horses are dead. Do you want to hide again, or?
Yeah, he slowly sinks
Slowly
down.
going back down into the barrel.
And I'll roll for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
See how stealthy that is. Well, you see, I got a 23.
Jesus. Yeah, even Neil doesn't know where you are now. Okay, well that's the reptile boy's turn. He realizes that he's about to die, but he doesn't give a shit. He's a reptile who's just ravenous, so he's going to attack you again on the leg. He's going to try and climb up here like a rock climber, digging picks into a rock mountain, but just climb up here. That doesn't hit. That's a 15.
What is Pier's AC out of curiosity?
19.
That was the horses.
I'm a big
the horses
boy.
are dead. That is the goats. The goats are dead. Neil.
Okay, so there is only the reptile left.
Only the reptile left.
How far away is it from me? To my left,
about 30
isn't it?
feet away from you.
I suppose I'm just gonna, seeing as the hammer kind of worked, I'm just gonna throw my dagger.
Okay.
That way, he's gonna sort of like just aim it upwards. He doesn't have a lot of practice at this, but he's gonna leave it go. Just aim it upwards, just hope it lands in the reptile. That is a 7.
That does not hit the
reptile.
reptile.
No, maybe an 8 actually. Hang on. An 8. Does the 8 hit?
That does not hit the reptile.
The dagger just.
It goes over several different tents. Ow!
Neil's kind of like feels very out of place here. He's like seeing all these people getting slashed and killed, and all these people have different abilities to kill people, and Neil's like, I've got nothing. So he's just gonna like run like 25 feet towards Pierre and sort of hide slightly in a tent just to see if he can give him a helping hand with some healing if he gets in trouble, and end his turn.
Okay, that is you, Pierre.
I'm gonna try and kill this boy again.
Do it.
Same attack with my sword. That is a 24.
That definitely hits.
Cool. 10 damage.
You
please.
Murderize it. The last creature. How do you chop this thing up?
Well, nothing too fancy. I want to get us over and done with just a quick slice and one and done. I think.
Wonderful. You are out of combat.
Fantastic.
Yo!
Hooray!
Is it pretty clear that it's like that's job done?
Yeah. What's the general vibe of the city?
You can make a perception check.
I'll make one as
How
well.
about you make a perception check? I perceive nothing.
I got an 11.
An unnatural 20.
I got 21.
Okay, 21.
Dang.
21. That is, both of Kasper and Catawumpus, most of the screams have stopped. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it seems safe. It seems good. It seems like there was nothing in the city. It's just the outside that this happened.
Did you mention that there were children being attacked earlier?
There was a singular child being attacked, yes.
Where is that child? Are they still there, or did they flee?
He ran off as soon as Pierre killed the goats, basically.
Fair enough. Then Catawumpus would make his way over to Neil and just, more or less resume his position.
Well, Neil would go over towards the hole and kind of investigate the hole. And worst case scenario, if he can't find anything, he's just going to chuck a load of tents in there to try and fill up the hole so nothing else can come out.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, you do that. I mean, you can make a perception check if you're looking in it.
Sure. That is a nat 1.
You see jack shit, my guy. You don't hear anything?
Yeah, I think that was it. I think we're okay now.
Fantastic.
Does anyone know what happened? Has anyone seen anything like this before?
No.
This is all new to me.
I was just going to ask if this is something anything I recognize from my many travels. These creatures, the eyes.
Make a history check.
Cool. Happy with that. That is a 24.
Fuck. Okay. Well.
History's my best stat
Okay. Well,
for someone who has amnesia.
you remember these purple eyes once from your past,
Once, okay.
and it was 2 years ago during a battle.
Oh,
You
no.
saw a horrendous beast fall from the sky with these same color eyes.
Well, in that case, I do I have seen something like this in the past. Fuck me, it's scary. Christ. All right, okay. This is a bit serious now.
What was it that you saw?
So I'm sure you know of my injuries.
Mm.
I might have told you about them, and you might see the effects. Who knows these days? Yeah, a creature of similar affliction, the eyes, the temper tantrum, did that to me. But it was a lot bigger, and it came out of buttfuck nowhere.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that is nothing we need to worry about.
It's the space rabies.
Space rabies.
This is space rabies.
What's
Ah.
space?
Space rabies. I have heard of that before. It's very serious.
It's babies.
Where is space? Yeah, anywho, I think, well, I'd assume the city guards might have heard what's up, or the commotion.
Yeah, I mean,
or
is
some kind of...
there any guards running to
the, as you finish up, you see running out of the city. It's not that far away. It's like a few minutes away, but coming towards you is a few city guard with head of the guard. You two, Pier and Neil, would recognize the hobgoblin Logan Crush.
Mm-hmm.
And he's joined by the former mayor of Eastside, now advisor to the current mayor, Wilbur Sting, a gnome gentleman dressed in very blue finery, whereas these, they're called the Coastal Wardens, are dressed in a purple tabard with a clam with two swords going across it. And they're making their way to you to sort of just slowly, as in checking every alley way, checking behind tents, because it seems like they're on guard as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they slowly make their way to you.
Seeing them approach, is it pretty obvious that they are, like, guards? Would it be obvious to
Yeah.
say, okay, cool. Then Catawumpus would take his leave of Neil and start dragging the bodies of the reptiles towards the available hole.
Okay.
When they get close enough, I'll say something.
Yeah, they eventually get up to you now.
Hello,
What
Logan.
happened?
Well, we're not quite sure. Luckily, these three were here to save the day. But essentially, the townsfolk got attacked by these reddish, purple-eyed creatures. Nothing I've seen before.
Well, we just dealt with some inside the city as well.
Oh.
It was a lot sadder, though. It was a bunch of dogs.
Do you mind if I quickly...
That is a crime.
Can I take you aside and just have a private chat, just me and you, quickly?
Who? Which one?
Me and Logan. Neil and Logan. I want a quick private chat.
Sure. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'll take him to the side and sort of just whisper in his ear, like, well, you can see my company here. Most of them are animal-related. A horse, a cat, and a bird. I was
Fucked, mate.
just wondering, do you know if this disease, have you heard of it before, space rabies or something, do you know if it transfers to humanoid creatures at all?
Well, one of the people who were getting attacked by his dog was a tabaxi. So no.
See, okay, Okay. Yeah, it's just they've all
I don't
been
think so.
attacked by these creatures. I'm the only one that hasn't yet, and I'm slightly worried. But if you say
Okay.
that they're not, then I'm I don't want to.
Oh, give me 1 second. He goes up to Catawumpus because it probably matches height the most. And what are you doing? currently?
I'm just about to set these reptiles on fire right next to the house.
You can do that.
And then that's
Go
that's
ahead.
what's occurring. I am going to have to find an external source of flame though. So if somebody still had a
There's
torch
fires.
going,
There's like campfires and stuff.
then
Yeah.
then Catawumpus would do such a thing. He would go over to a campfire and pick up a sizable chunk of wood by the end of it, presuming it's planks or at least long sticks or whatever, and he'd bring it over and use it to light the reptiles on fire.
Yeah, they start to burn again. It smells very nice. It smells like they would be very delicious. And you see this hobgoblin man approaching you, and he doesn't say anything. He just stares into your eyes. Nah, he's good, mate. And he calls back to you, Neil.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for making it public too. Anyway, yeah, okay, thank you. And I'll walk back to the group.
So Catawumpus is very intrigued by this intense staring he's received. Usually he's the one doing the intense staring. So he's going to be following this hobgoblin's gaze with a very, very bright grin on his face, watching him walk around, stepping in directions just to be able to ensure that his vision is unimpeded. Watching this hobgoblin stroll in whatever direction he chooses to do so.
Mm-hmm. Well, the guards and Logan just start piling up the bodies, basically, as if to try and remove them and get them out of this distressing situation. And Wilbur Sting, the former mayor, soon to run for election, because there's an election coming up between the two former mayors, basically. He's just sort of comforting the people here, saying stuff like, "Oh, we'll get you inside the city as soon as we can." And he comes over to you guys, and he's like, "Well, thank you for dealing with all of this. It must have been quite troubling. You know, both of you know Wilbur quite well. Kasper, not Kasper.
Yeah.
Pierre and Neil.
Well,
All right, Wilbur, you old coot.
yeah, I must say, I thought the, well, if you haven't met them yet, Kasper, Pierre, as you know, and then Sir Catawumpus, they are very brave and valiant people. I feel that maybe a reward could be in place for
Yeah,
dealing with such a...
Kasper is peeking up from his barrel and waving. Because he still hasn't left it. He's still in it.
No one knew where you were.
Hi.
What do I have? What do I have in the barrel? I just want to know.
Fish.
Oh. Okay. I'm stinky. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a barrel of salmon.
Okay, well, yeah, I think Casper's just gonna get out and join the others. Now, very much more stinky than he was before.
Okay. Mm-hmm. As you walk over, Wilbur's like, "What's that smell?"
Hard work, I think.
Well, a reward. Well, I don't have access to funds because I'm not the mayor. So if you wanted a reward for this, you would have to go to Revis. And Revis, as you know, is a troubling sort.
Yeah,
and you have to make an appointment, or you have to pay the fee.
Yeah. How about we just say that
my friend.
if you win the election, then you would favour us in some way.
Oh,
For keeping peace, of course, outside the city.
beyond measure, yes.
Sir.
Hmm?
Sir.
Mhm.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you know what's going on with all of these creatures?
Well, it all sort of started a few days ago. It's only been happening out here, really, but today was our first case inside the city. Sad, those poor dogs. But I don't really know. I'm eager to find out, because, well, if I happen to know, then I would be in favour to. I'd grant a bit more voters and such, and you would be in for a reward because I would win.
Okay, can Kasper do LA Noir TM-esque insight check here to see if there are any underlying emotions behind, like, throughout this conversation about me asking
100%.
what he knows?
Oh, this isn't the hobgoblin talking, is it?
No, this is a gnome.
Ah, excellent. Then the Catawumpus has no interest.
Oh no.
It's a nat one.
Ah, this guy, you have no idea. He's just he talks too fast and you can't keep up. He seems genuine, or he could be lying. You'd have no idea.
Kasper is very embarrassed over the fact that he is not understanding anything here. So he's just gonna nod and agree with everything.
Well, it's been a problem for me, especially because, I send messengers out to the capital, to the Empress herself, to garner her favour, because she knows what a utter arse Rabies is as well. They haven't been able to go anywhere because they can't get past the forest because random animals come out and attack them.
I think Neil at that point would turn to Airgun and go, "So, is that the interviewing process over? Or..."
Yeah, mate, this is a bit too much for me now. If you guys want to continue, I can make preparations for the tour, but that'll take a few days.
I mean, I think it might be ready to start the process.
I think these are very good candidates we have for protection on the road.
Yeah, they
I
held up
am
quite well.
inclined to agree there, my friend.
Saved my life once or twice.
Could we have a word?
Of course.
He takes you aside, and he's like, I kind of promised on the flyers money we don't have.
Oh, I thought they were doing it because they liked my talent.
No, I said 5 gold a day, mate.
A day?
Yeah.
Right, I think I've got funds for maybe 3 days.
Ah, well, that'll get us somewhere, maybe.
Well, where are we going to find the money?
You've stumped me, mate.
Right.
I guess once we're on the road, if we gain a good rapport with them, maybe they'll just want to stick around.
I was somewhat agreeing. I thought they had heard my musical talents before and were impressed, and they just wanted to come along to listen to the free shows and maybe get a bit of, some of the share of the gold we make.
We could pitch it to them, but
let me see if oh god, what's his name? Wilbur will could keep us busy while you set up a first of the few stops, because by the time we get our first show, I'm gonna be broke.
Good. I'll do that. I'll go handle the logistics, and you deal with whatever you're going to deal with. And
Appreciate
he
it.
just runs off. This topless, short-wearing goblin just runs.
Neil turns back towards the party, and you see like a slight, not a worried face, but like he doesn't ever look nervous. He always has like quite a bright smile, but he has a slight, twitch, I suppose, in his eye as he walks towards Wilbur and goes, "Wilbur, what would you pay us if we could, cure this disease or kill all the beasts affected by it to free up the forest?
150 gold?
I think let us have a chat. And I'll turn to the other 3 people. What do you guys think? We've got at least 3 days until or 2 to 3 days until the tour begins. So I'm guessing, unless we find something sooner, so we might as well keep ourselves busy.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
Keep ourselves sharp and trained and ready.
Good. Okay. Fine. And he'll turn again to Wilbur and go, yes, we will accept payment up front. Is that right?
Again, I don't have funds until I'm elected.
Oh, right. Well, when could you, if we could resolve this issue, how long would it take to give us 150 gold?
A few weeks.
Is there any bounties going at the moment, or on these creatures? Maybe anything.
You could.
And I'll whisper it.
inquire?
I'll leave forward and go, how do I make money?
Money. Well, you do that every night, don't you, with your shows?
Some money.
Oh, tell you what. He reaches his pocket. This is 50 of my personal gold.
Oh,
50 now, 100 later.
fine. Everyone else happy with doing some practice, I suppose?
Heck yeah.
It's good for the bones.
I'm ready. I'm ready to show what I'm made of.
Brilliant. He'll snatch the 50 gold and go, thank you, we better get on this now, and walk away.
Well, do you not want to lead?
Lead?
Well, you were just going to go into a blind. I do have suspicions, if you want to hear them.
Absolutely anything.
Well, there's a magic shop in town called the Great Weave, and Kasper, you would know of this place because that's where you've been staying for like a week at this point, apart from last night because you stayed in Neil's room. And he carries on. He's like, he has a lot of oddities there, and they could be maybe something was stolen, or maybe the cat is involved.
No.
No?
No. I know that guy. He would never get involved in something like space rabies.
Oh, you know the space rabies shredder.
Yeah. No, what? No. He doesn't dabble with space rabies, space COVID, space Ebola, all of that
Space
stuff.
COVID.
No. No.
I remember Space COVID. That was awful.
Yeah,
Absolutely
he has a magical, like, what are they called? The one that does the cleaning of hands.
My business suffered greatly during that.
No one showed up to my shows. It was very depressing. Right, the Great Weave, you said.
The Great Weave Magic Emporium. Yes, it's on the coast. It's on the beach. You won't miss it.
Yeah, I know,
You'll to
right?
check it out.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, this little guy seems to know where it is.
Yeah.
As he's saying this, a farming lad comes up behind him and goes, "Look, there's no way this is coming from inside the city. There's only one person who could be causing this, and it's whoever lives in that fucking hut, because many of them come from that forest." And Pierre and Neil, you would see he's pointing to Amelia's hut, just on the edge of the forest. That witch is causing this ruckus.
No. I don't think so. You don't know what you're talking about, my friend. No.
I think you don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I'm not
I
your
do.
friend.
Well, that's evident now, isn't it? I suggest stop talking, and we'll be on our way.
He stands up and tries to square up to you, but realizes you're 8 foot tall and sits back down.
Yeah.
As soon as he starts squaring up, the Catawumpus would turn around from wherever he was looking, probably idly paying attention to nothing. And he would also just stare daggers at this creature while grinning his living fuck off the face, right? And just be like, oh, This fella looks like he could be a threat.
Well, I think it's all getting a bit heated. Those are the 2 leads you have, yes?
I'm just saying, if you could please look into it.
Absolutely.
And then the farmer walks off, and then Wilbur's just there like, he was a bit rude.
A bit of a twat, I think you say.
And yes, I don't believe Amelia would do such things. She's helped us a lot, but I wouldn't hurt to check, I suppose.
Any excuse to see Amelia.
Well, what are we thinking? Should we check out the Great Weave first, and then make our way to Amelia?
I think that might be the best course of action.
Yeah, let's go. I know exactly where we need to go.
Just before we leave, can I see if I can find I doubt I will, but the dagger, or at least the hammer?
Yeah, there's not like snow here. You can just find them. Yeah.
Okay. What? Even the dagger, yeah.
Yeah. The dagger. Make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 4 + 3, I think. Hang on, perception or investigation, is it?
Investigation. Go for investigation.
Oh, they're both as bad as each other. That's a 5. Oh no, 6.
6. Well, you don't find it, but you see someone walk around from behind a red tent holding a dagger and rubbing his head like, who the fuck threw that?
Oh, let's leave, everybody. I'll at least grab the hammer though. Okay.
And
I'm happy to go.
I guess Kasper is leading you towards the Great Weave.
Great Weave,
Yes.
Magic Emporium.
You better believe it.
What time is it, roughly?
No one's had
Time? It's about 1 p.m.
Okay.
Dang, it's been a day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you make your way towards the Great Weave, making your way through, again, crowded streets because people have to queue for ages to get into shops on East Side. As you're making your way through, East Side is on relatively flat ground, whereas West Side, the bridge goes up onto a bank because the 2 sides are split between the what's it called? It was called some sort of river. I've forgotten the name. The Dawn Barrow River.
What was that for? The Dawn Barrow River?
That's the river that goes through both sides. So West Side is on one side, East Side is on the other side. And West Side is sort of like Edinburgh. It's just it's built on a massive hill and it goes up.
So, okay, I don't know if it's metagaming, but I'm having suspicions.
It's too early to start having
Casper's
suspicions of
gut.
Catawumpus. Catawumpus is a very good person. He wouldn't unleash
No,
a blade.
not of you. Casper is 100% trusting of you. Casper is having tummy troubles because of this one thought in his brain. And that is that this Wilbur guy seems suspicious.
Oh.
Yeah.
He does not know him, so I think it stems from that, but it would be very convenient if this guy could promise to get rid of a disease that's making people scared because he wants to become the actual mayor.
This is some guerrilla tactics right here.
Well, yeah, you guys make your way through East Side, heading towards the very, end, the northernmost point of East Side, the coast, if you will. You pass many notable places, the market, the church, Monsieur Lucius's tavern, of course, where you all met. But most of what you pass is just signs saying opening, and then a date, and then the date is crossed out, and it just says soon, because all of these businesses are waiting on approval from the mayor to open. But again, he does not care a lick about East Side. He could not care less what happens here. You see names like the Moon's Backside, Tomorrow's Fortune, the Tandoori Pelican.
Oh.
They're all just waiting to open because they cannot get approval.
I like the fact that because it's called Tandoori, it canonically implies India exists in this universe.
Well, something like India exists, yes. As you get to sort of like the pier area, you see just a bunch of like terraced buildings esque. On the pier, there's just a big clam, like this massive fucking clam. But there's people going in and out of it.
Would I recognize this as
You?
the
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would recognize it. The shabby shell.
That's it.
Kasper leads you down towards the terraced houses, businesses, what have you, until you get to a very bright, orange, thin building. It is very thin. It is like, I don't think pier will fit in. It is very small.
Do they have a drive-through then for bigger creatures?
There is a window. there's no you could open it when you get in there, but
Well, I mean, I can wait outside, I suppose. I don't mind.
you can leave the door open so we can hear the conversation. And
I'll just poke my neck in.
Yeah, I think Kasper will lead the way, and knowing like the layout of the place, will prop up the door with the normal door stopper gadget that the guy has.
Neil will walk in.
yeah, you make your way into the Great Weave Emporium, this very narrow building, and as you get in, it's even more cramped. You're walking down a corridor which is just allowing your shoulder width, Neil. There's crap everywhere. There is so much stuff. There's a lot of little trinkets. There's so many different knickknacks and magical items aplenty.
Does Neil see anything interesting?
Roll me a perception check.
It's quite good. That's a 19.
You see a nice looking acorn. It's gold.
I'll pick up the acorn. Neil will pick it up and sort of look at it very intently. And is there a shopkeeper? Is there then? Sorry.
Yeah, as you carry on through the shop. Do you want to describe any of this, since you might have a clearer vision of it?
Well, we do have a cat. A cat. It's a tabaxi too, but definitely way shorter and stubbier, like wide, more on the width side, with very like matted fur, almost like a fluffy sort of cat with a flat face. But he has a third eye.
Oh.
Right now it's closed, but yeah, he has a smile. Kind of imagine a little bit of a Cheshire cat smile, but less exaggerated. Yeah, it looks like he's a bit graying fur. So you see, he's got some years. It looks like he's been through a lot, and that he's pretty tired. He's a tired guy with a warm, inviting expression. His name is Bisque.
You see this little cat man just slowly lift his head towards you, oncoming towards his desk, and just awaits words to come out of one of your mouths.
Hello. It's been a little bit.
I think this would be the point at which Catawumpus would resheath his weapon.
Oh, okay. The presence of another cat. Kasper. Hello.
Hi.
Who have you brought?
These are all my friends. This is Neo. Super cool. Super cool guy. Plays many good music.
I like your acorn.
Oh, you're interested in the mighty acorn. You want to buy it?
Yes, please. Sorry, I was waiting for... I didn't know if Kasper was going to say anything else. I didn't want to...
This is the Catawumpus.
A fellow Tabaxi.
Cool,
How do you do?
Cool guy. And out there, he points. He points. Out there, don't forget, that's Pierre. He's also a very cool guy.
Hello.
All right,
Cool guys.
How are you doing in there? I'm fine. It's quite warm out here.
I'm not going to shout. I don't want anything to fall through the vibrations.
Anyway, I do want this acorn. How much is
What
it?
was that?
Yes, the acorn is only 10 gold pieces.
Can
10.
you speak up a bit?
Only 10 gold pieces, but it's wonderful
What is it?
acorn.
What does it do?
Oh, you want to know what it does? Of course you do.
Yeah,
It just looks like a
meanwhile,
gold nut to me.
If should you want more acorns, you can, if you find a patch of earth, preferably in about 5 feet cube, one might say, you can just throw it on the ground and tree.
Oh. Do we get discount because of Kasper? I mean, Kasper's obviously your friend.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry guys, he's not that kind of person.
So what was it again? Was it 8 gold?
10 gold.
So I'm hard of hearing. 8 you said the first time, I think.
You're
This
hard
many?
of what?
10.
10. Pierre, we need to borrow 5 gold, please.
50 gold? You're having a laugh?
I'll walk over to the window. Pierre,
Okay.
do you have 5 gold I can borrow?
What? Oh, you're right here. All right. Hello. All right. Oh, yeah. Fine. There you go.
Thank you. I will then pay with 5 of my gold and 5 of Pierre's gold.
Thank you. He counts it very slowly. It's sort of like the sloth from Zootropolis. 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then he gives you the acorn. Yeah.
What's it called?
Would you
Acorn?
like a bag?
Yes, please. A bag would be amazing.
It's your little paper bag. So it's called the Mighty Acorn. It's a homebrew item.
Okay. Is there also anything around that maybe Pierre would like that's less than 5 gold?
Pierre would like.
Hmm.
You find a literal bomb.
How much is that?
Probably like 75 gold.
Oh, is there anything cheaper than this that a horse might like?
Show them the bargain bin.
Huh? Show them what?
The bargain bin.
Oh, the bargain. You smart cookie, you. Yes,
Who
come,
put their
come.
barge in a bin?
Come this way. And he takes you to a massive bin
Is there
full of just
anything in there
crap.
that Pierre would like
Okay.
that's less than 5 gold?
Let me find it for you.
Can, in the meanwhile, Kasper take one of the many parasols and just let Pierre lend it so that he can get away from the sun outside?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you specifically looking for stuff under 5 gold.
Under 5 gold. Ideally 3.
Ideally 3. I don't. As in, do you want it to be magic?
It could be anything.
There's a salt lick.
That'll do. Pierre will go, can I buy this one? How much is it? Sorry.
That'll be a
Is it a salt lick that's like one of those lollipop rings?
Oh, they've... Oh.
Yes, precisely.
It's like a gem, but instead of a gem, it's like
Exactly. It's
For
exactly
a hoof, though,
that.
right? For a hoof, right?
yeah, or like a
Goes around the
bracelet.
hoop
then.
like a bracelet,
It's a
yeah.
slap bracelet. A slap
It's
bracelet.
exactly that now. Okay, yes, it's that's probably like 2 silver.
Brilliant. I'll pay for that, please.
Okay. 1, 2. Yes,
Can you describe this bomb?
the bomb.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's like a classic medieval bomb. It's just round with a thing on it.
And is it
With a-
like complete? Does it have any shine to it? Or is it completely like because like
It's
the
matte
casket,
black.
Yeah, like so the casket.
Yeah.
Not casket. The cask. Is it cask right? I don't know.
Mm.
The
Mhm.
shell of it usually would be somewhat bumpy, right?
Yeah, it's a little bumpy. It
So-
looks like it was it was homemade, not by him,
If
but
there was a torch next to it, would it reflect any light at all?
probably some sort of light. Yes.
So Catawumpus is interested in the bomb.
Okay.
And so Catawumpus would go and pick up the bomb with his left hand. Is he able to pick up the bomb?
Yeah, you can pick up the bomb. Yeah, it's just on the shelf.
Yeah, he's just going to pick it up and he's going to hold it in front of himself for the moment.
Okay. Are you interested in the bomb?
The Catawumpus is not sure.
Well, let me know. Why are you all here, anyway? Just the shop?
I want to buy something too.
You want to buy something?
You know me. What do you think would fit me?
Well, let me have a look.
Any personal recommendations, like,
Like Google advertisement, your search history.
Well, you have a keen, fast hand, right?
Yeah.
That was exactly like you were in the bin. Then. Well, I have these. I don't know if you'll be able to afford them, but he pulls out these leather but also silk-looking gloves. And these are gloves of thievery.
Thievery. What do they do?
Well, if you ever want to steal something, they make it easier.
Like mechanically, what do you mean?
They give you, if you wear them, they give you a +5 bonus on top of any other bonuses you have to sleight of hand.
Oh.
Bro, I'd have a fucking 12 plus 12 to sleight of hand.
I would, if you don't want those, Kasper, I would be very interested in those.
How much?
How much? Let's have a look. I need to look this up.
I mean, they look kind of silky and ladylike, and I'm not a lady.
The Catawumpus would like to take this opportunity to stride to the other side of the room.
Okay.
Well, I'll run over to Pier, and out the window, I'll hand back the salt lick and 5 gold. And I'll say, "Oh, Pier, sorry, I know you couldn't come in here, so I thought I'd just buy what you thought you'd buy with your 5 gold, and then I'm also just giving you your 5 gold paycheck for today."
Well, all right then.
The salt lick was quite expensive, but it's very rare to find one, so I thought I'd just, hand that back to you. And I'll pass it through the window.
And I just thought,
I heard it's good for your
Gentle.
intestines, the salt lick. Salt lick.
Yeah, that's true. I don't produce salt like you guys do, so I'm just gonna start having a good old lick of this now. Thank you very much. Just starts licking.
It'll be about 100 gold for you, Kasper. That's the low end of the scale. For these people, it would be 500.
Okay, you've been straight up with me. Can we put it on credit?
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah, I love the credit.
How much do you have?
So I'll give you 1 glove. And then you give me half now. Is that how credit works?
I know this might come off as like out of the blue, but do you have a magical fishing rod?
A magical fishing rod?
I figure since you're so close to the sea and everything.
You probably need to go to that clam. I don't sell that.
What do they do there in the clam?
Well, other than fishing supplies, the man said everything. Anything you could think of. In terms of adventuring stuff. Mundane stuff.
Oh.
Cookery sets.
I guess I would... Okay, well...
I don't specialize in a fishing rod. I don't have a fishing rod in stock at the moment. I could make one.
I'm fine. I just wondered. But yeah, I can give you half. Put the rest on credit.
Okay, so 1 glove for half. Or do you want? Or do you need both gloves?
I mean, preferably, but they're looking so ladylike, man. I don't know.
Well, you're not going to leave town without paying.
Oh, I thought we talked about credit.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you leave town, how am I going to keep up with the credit?
Well, we're not leaving right now.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay. He just gives you both gloves for for 50 gold. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 55, so that's great.
You made the other 50.
Okay, I know, old man.
Well, is that it?
For me, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
we came here for a reason. Do you know anything about purple and red-eyed creatures?
Purple and red-eyed creatures. Let me. He goes and gets a book, a humongous tome, and he puts it down on the desk, blows the dust off into all of your faces, and then opens the book. And he's like, closes it. No.
Oh.
I mean, what does it look like?
Well,
purple,
it seems
red?
like it's like we call it space rabies, you see. But essentially, it's
I've
a
heard
virus that seems to be spreading around, which it seems like if these little tiny reptile creatures or some form of creature attacks another creature, it turns them evil.
Evil.
Yes.
Well, what? One moment. And he goes back to get this sort of a ledger this time, and he puts it down on the side, and he flicks through it. And, about a week ago, an item went missing from my store. It was as you described, this sort of purple, but it was an odd gem of some description.
Oh.
Sort of like an amethyst, but a lot bigger.
Who bought it?
Oh, it went missing. So
Whoever you had in the store.
who have I had in the store? Well, the odd folk. There was a hooded gentleman. Didn't see their face, but I thought they just left. It could have been them. There was Butters, the baker. He came in, realized he couldn't buy anything because he didn't know what it did, and then left. There was Colin down the road. He came by. Pesto came by for some ingredients. Other than that...
Well, about this hooded creature, was it human
Yes.
or you're not sure?
Again, couldn't see his face.
How tall?
6 foot. The size of the other cat over there.
I mean, you're a tabaxi, right? What did they smell like?
Like a rainbow.
Oh.
At the point of being mentioned, I think it would be worth is also saying that Catawumpus would have probably, by this point, not giving a shit about what's being said, he would have wandered over to the window, most likely, and would probably be just looking out of that.
Do you still have the bomb in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Catawumpus has stopped looking at the bomb. Now he's just walking around as if he didn't have the bomb in his hand. Now he's just walking around as if it was perfectly normal.
Okay. They had a symbol of some sort of snake. A cobra.
Would I recognise that at all? Would I know what cobra snake would refer to?
You mean you know what a cobra snake is, but you've
Yeah,
never
well,
heard
it's-
of this sort of symbol before. So,
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your information.
well, if you do, if you are able to find out what happened to this item that went missing from my store, I would happily give all of you one item for free.
Well, I think we would take you up on that offer.
So the credit would be null and void. You'd get the 50 back, Kasper.
No, I'd like another item too.
Okay. And another one for your friend out there, and similar for all of you.
I think we'll be going and getting this item back for you.
Well, you don't have to get it back for me. I just want to know what happened to it.
Okay.
Who took it?
Fine. Thank you very much.
sounds like they're doing bad things, but that's their doing.
What does so watching sort of Sir Catawumpus playing, not playing with this bomb, but having this bomb in his hand, would Neil kind of realise that maybe he has some intentions of jumping out the window with it? He might not, but would. I mean, I think Neil would kind of think it that way. So Neil is going to try and make a slight distraction the other side of the store and accidentally spill a load of items onto the floor.
Okay.
Without smashing anything.
Make a
performance?
Performance check, yeah.
I will also give Bardic Inspiration to the Catawumpus.
Okay.
Performance. Oh, sorry, rolled out the dice tray. That's not great. That's a 7. And there'll be like a table of whatever it is, items, and I'll just sort of pick them up and accidentally knock a couple over and go, oh, for goodness sake! And obviously during for goodness sake, I'll give the Bardic Inspiration to the Catawumpus.
He just looks over like...
feeling this sudden, jolt of inspiration, the Catawumpus, having been staring out of the window for, probably a minute at most at this point, will it's almost as if the hairs on the back of his spine stand up slightly, and he grips the bomb tighter, and he turns into the room, and he just walks straight down to the shopkeeper, and quickly grabs his hand and places the bomb into it, but with the Catawumpus' own hand above the twine coming out of the top. And the Catawumpus would lean in and say to the person, "The Catawumpus warns of the impending future of this bomb. It is not a pleasant one. It would be wise for you to remove it from your grip." And then the Catawumpus would turn around and immediately leave.
Thank you.
Neil will leave at that point as well.
Usually I'm the one to tell the fortune. Yeah, you will leave. You will leave.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Bisque.
You come outside just to see this centaur absolutely demolishing this salt lick.
I knew I couldn't walk out of there without buying that. I knew you'd buy it yourself, so.
Did you guys have a good time in there? Proper.
We got some very good information. We found that a purple amethyst crystal was stolen by possibly a hooded man who is 6 foot tall, smells of rainbows, and has a cobra snake symbol. That could be
fucking anyone.
It could be, but yeah. Other than that, I think it's time to, depending on the time, either have a rest or go to Amelia's.
The Catawumpus would also like to state that there is a very good chance that in the next couple of days, this shop will no longer be here.
As you say that, you see Bisque come out of the shop after you and just throws the bomb into the sea.
The Catawumpus was wrong in these circumstances.
Then he goes back into the shop.
He really hated that rock.
Is the sea nearby?
Well, there's a pier, and then there's a bit of beach, so it probably just lands in the sand.
Could I go and get it?
Because he's a very, very small. He's very weak. He's an old cat.
Neil would love to grab it.
Sure, go make a investigation check to see if you can find it in the sand.
That is, I think, a 13. No, 12.
Sure, you can find the bomb.
I have a bomb.
That's a very spherical-looking rock you have there.
It's actually a bomb.
Is it?
Yes. See the little with a thread poking out of it. I mean, who wouldn't want a bomb?
Are we the good guys?
I'm not going to blow anyone up. It's just in case we find a nest of these reptiles, we can blow it up.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
We could have used that against the original creature that I encountered, in fact. That would have been a great help.
This item has great danger in its immediate future. This would not be wise to carry with us unless you had intentions.
Yeah, I like it.
Says the Catawumpus is satisfied.
Good enough.
I'll stick it right next to my oil lamp.
Well, Bisk pokes his head out the window and just, well, do let me know.
Will do.
Kasper, even if you don't know, let me know when you're leaving.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Bye. Love you.
Huh? I love you too.
He goes back inside, closes the window.
Get a load of that
That's
guy.
a funny kind of dog that was. Going back
Okay.
to the description of this man with the snake emblem, would I have seen a snake emblem on my travels around the world? Or something that I could...
Cobra.
Cobra.
Maybe a history check. With disadvantage.
With disadvantage, amnesia check. Foggymemory.com. That's sad. Okay. Wow, I can't get anything higher than this. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, it's still good, actually. 11.
Okay, well, you can tell me. Obviously, you travelled around your home continent a lot before you came to this one. Would you have gone, like, near the south, like, to the west? There's a city to the west of your forest homeland. But you went, when you left, you went north. So,
Well, I went north straight, so no.
So no, you wouldn't have seen this before.
Okay. That satisfies me.
Would,
Should we go to bed?
Should we all try to think of these cobra
Oh, yeah.
people?
Well, I can tell you that you haven't seen it before.
Okay, that's great.
The Catawumpus does not remember this.
Okay.
The Catawumpus was not paying attention to the conversation. The Catawumpus thought that it was only relevant to you.
Okay. So what do you guys do now?
Time? What time is it?
It's probably it was 1 p.m. when you finished fighting the guys. It's probably like 2:30.
Oh, okay, so it's not far to walk here. Okay. I think we probably have time to go over to Amelia's if you'd like.
Yeah. Well, we can, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm a bit curious about...
I mean, if you don't know Amelia, me and Pierre know her quite well. Lovely lady.
She's the best.
It seems
she's
like
fantastic.
everyone knows her but me at this point. The former me you're talking about, Amelia, and that weird guy.
Well, I think it's about time you meet her then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lovely
We'll
lass.
head over.
Wonderful. You make your way back out of the city, going past all those unopened shops and such again, and back out past all the refugee tents and everything. And
As soon as we reached the city walls, the Catawumpus would resume his position from earlier, stalking directly behind Neil as his shadow.
such an imposing figure.
I mean, you would just hear a bomb and a flask like hanging together, ding ding, in my backpack.
Okay, great. Yeah, you make your way out of the city walls, through the camping district, the slums-esque area, and then onwards towards Amelia's house. It's about a half-hour, 40-minute journey from the city wall out there. You eventually get to Amelia's house. It's a lovely-looking hut. Let me get. You see, it's like a small farm around with many different herbs and vegetables growing, and different potion ingredients and such growing in her garden and everything. And then the hut itself is a thatched roof hut. Think of, for lack of a better example, Hagrid's hut from Harry Potter. It's got ivy crawling up the walls and moss covering the stonework. And yeah, you're at her hut.
Can I knock on the door?
Of course you can. Yes, you can knock on the door. And this is a wonderful door because you can fit through it.
Hell yeah.
Designed for you.
So yeah, you knock on the door and you wait a few minutes which is odd because she usually comes straight away. But she eventually comes to the door and goes, "Oh, hello," and immediately gives you a hug.
Ah, Amelia, how you doing, you little darling? Come here.
Oh, and well, the people who don't know Amelia would just see a freckled skin wood elf woman, very beautiful, stereotypically beautiful elven woman. She has olive skin and light brown hair, and she's wearing a pink shirt with a white apron, which has been sort of stained red and brown through healing people with their blood and dirt stuff.
Radical.
Neil will just sort of approach and go, "Great to see you again, Amelia," and give her a good hug.
And yeah, she gives you a hug right back. She's like, "Well, what do I owe the pleasure for?"
Well, I think firstly I've had real bad issues with arthritis in my right hand. But sorry, other than that, we have some questions to ask.
Okay, come in. And she leads you all in.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Who are these other two?
Hello.
And
Shakes your hand.
Kasper reaches out with his little feathery hand, like,
I heard you're the witch.
That's what they call me. Yeah.
Do you know any cool witch spells that you could teach me?
I could teach you.
Yeah.
It would take a little while, but we certainly try. And she prestidigitations a flower in her hand. Oh, no,
Oh my
druidcraft, not
God.
prestidigitation. Druidcraft. Yeah.
Prestidigitation, that's a funny word.
Druidcraft, not prestidigitation.
not
Yeah, she just
prestidigitation.
summons
No,
a flower
druid
from the outside of
craft.
the room.
But she also prestidigitations a plate and it just cleans itself.
Well, Kasper is just very happy to see these magic tricks. It was a long time ago since he went on a magic show.
Oh.
I'm
They're
fine.
not tricks.
They
It's actual
look-
magic.
They look like tricks to me.
She makes you smell like roses. Your person. You just smell like roses now.
Well, at least I don't smell like fish anymore. That's good. Thanks.
Well, that's true.
You're welcome.
Thank God.
I didn't want to say anything.
And and you and she just looks at the cat man who is staring down.
The Catawumpus, without breaking his stare at the nape once more of Neil, he would just simply say the Catawumpus.
Neil would like sit down on one of the available chairs and just look up at the Catawumpus and go, "You can relax now, if you wanted to."
The Catawumpus is relaxed. The Catawumpus does not want to make you unrelaxed, so if this is making you feel the way.
A little bit.
The Catawumpus understands. The Catawumpus just then stands up straight and looks directly above Neil instead of looking down.
That's better.
Tea?
Yes, please.
Tea?
Oh,
Give
yeah.
us all of you.
Can you
Yeah.
make sure to add some of that special stuff for my wrist?
Ah, yes, the mushrooms.
Huh?
She's got away with the herbs.
She makes you all tea and sits down with you.
The Catawumpus wouldn't have any tea, just to say.
You wouldn't have any tea.
The Catawumpus is busy.
Okay.
I'll look towards Pierre and go, "I think it's best you explain what's been happening."
All right, so well, have you heard of the commotion that went on in town not a few hours ago?
Oh, not yet. I don't
Not
think
yet.
so.
Well, bless your wee heart. There was an incident involving, I think, some beasts. I still have it on my back, in fact. I've got one
Oh,
just
yeah,
attached to
you
me.
do.
Yeah. These, in fact. I'm going to pull out this, like...
Ah. Okay.
We were in some basement in a lighthouse. where these guys and some rats were all having their purple eyes, and they're going a bit fucking mad at our presence.
But okay, I've never seen those. I rolled a nature check for her, and she rolled a nat 1. So,
all right.
I've never seen those reptilian creatures before. Could I have it though to study it?
Yeah, all right. I'll just have you know, if you burn it, they smell quite nice.
Have you tried eating it?
No, I'm a vegetarian. I'm a hind gut fermenter.
How does it? Do you have two stomachs? Do you have a human stomach and a horse stomach?
I guess I want to. Horse is more fun.
Whatever you say now is canon for this world about centaur anatomy.
Yeah.
So
no, I think for my body size, I think having a human size anatomy to support my horse body would end me in about 5
you could
minutes.
have both. Never know.
I could have both, but then so do I have like one esophagus for human food, one esophagus for horse food? And I have to like
exactly. I don't know.
if I taste grass, it just goes into my horse stomach, or if I taste meat, it goes into my human stomach. No, I'll just have horse anatomy. I think the
Okay.
upper body is more just like.
What about hearts? 2 hearts? 1 heart?
I think one heart would just
Okay.
make sense in. But then why do I wear all my upper body armor
Yeah.
if my
Is there
internal
no
organs?
in your upper body?
This is a weird question. I'll
a
come
bit
back to you on
intrusive.
that.
Yeah, it's a bit intrusive of a question. You don't ask someone about their organs.
Yeah, I mean,
This is just me. This isn't Amelia. I'm
That
just
sounds
curious.
like black market sort of thinking. Okay.
Well, I mean,
But I think
You never know.
where my intestines would be. I just have a slightly bigger heart in my human chest,
okay.
and that fills out the space, and then stomach of horse. Anywho, I'm a vegetarian.
Yes,
So,
of course, I knew that.
yes, well, you would. You've been feeding me all this time back in the day. Back to the stuff. So, we found these guys in a basement. Shortly after that, we found them in the street, coming out of a hole. With a bunch of horses and goats,
Okay.
suffering similar bouts of the purple-eyed madness.
Space
Purp-
rabies.
Space
Purple
rabies, you're
eyes.
going to call it. I don't know what this space is that they're talking about, but I'm going to go with it because I'm scared. But it's
Purple eyes, you said.
yes, and they get a bit of the madness in them.
A bit of the madness. How would you
They-
describe this madness?
They tried to kill a bunch of children, and a
That's
man,
not ideal.
and some more people, probably some more children as well. We weren't there to see all of it.
Okay.
But the horses were after a man, the goats were after a child. But we killed them,
Okay.
luckily.
So there was no
As-
casualties.
From not that we were aware
Yes.
of, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was.
I can't. What was her name? Bertrude.
Gertrude Perkins.
Bertrude.
Bertrude.
Well,
Bless him.
he was a bit of a dick.
Hey, he was. He gave me a tip once of 1 silver.
What a man.
That's probably the only nice thing he ever did. He kicked a dog once.
What a prick!
Well, yeah, he deserved it. But oh yeah, this disease was also infecting the dogs.
Well, you say purple eyes.
Purple eyes.
Well, it's probably best if I just show you. And she gestures to her basement door as if to lead you all down there.
Okay.
Suspicious.
Well, let's go down.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Go
even.
down.
I wouldn't even hesitate. Just go straight down.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, you hear a ruckus occurring downstairs. As you get downstairs, she has set up a sort of makeshift cage, and she has somehow coerced a boar into her basement who is suffering with these purple eyes as well.
Oh, yep, that's the one. Yep, that's him. That's the guy.
And he's currently trying to break out of this confinement because obviously, well, this is where she just usually keeps her patients.
I mean, good lord, where did you find him?
He just came out of the forest.
And you haven't managed to heal him?
No, he goes through bouts of it. Occasionally, he came out angry. He eventually calmed down and stopped attacking the door. I brought him in. Eventually started attacking again. Calmed down, and then again, and then calmed down, and then again. So
Well, that's odd.
I don't know if this is a disease per se. It's almost like there's something influencing the animal's behavior, like I don't know.
A magical gemstone.
That's a possibility. Certainly. As you guys are having this conversation, eventually the boar's eyes fade back to a black color, and he becomes docile again.
How boring.
I never asked before, Amelia. Can you speak with animals?
I certainly can. But when they're in the manic state, it doesn't work.
It looks pretty good now.
I've tried previously, but they don't seem to remember when they're in the manic state. It's almost like they've been asleep, almost.
Oh, mind control stone.
Well, that's a bit odd.
Any idea where he's come from, or do you think this gemstone could be like an aura effect?
Well, I have had a few of the villagers come to my door and accuse me of such, treachery. Apparently they saw some sort of purple glowing from above my house in the I assume it was in the forest, but I haven't been doing anything with that. So I assume that there's something in the forest influencing nearby animals or beasts or monstrosities.
Well, I know where we're headed then. I suppose.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Have you seen a hooded man with a cobra symbol on him?
I did see a group of that sort heading into town and then swiftly back out of town about a week ago.
What direction did they go in when they left?
Well, they left just down the path. I suppose they could have diverted and gone into the forest, if you suspect them.
Yeah, and I also wonder, have you treated Butters, the baker, Colin, or Pesto?
Have I treated them?
Yeah, the past week.
Well, Butters cuts himself all the time. He's a bit clumsy, so...
That's very depressing.
Well, yes, but he does have the best bacon and cheese turnover in the world.
Oh, God, don't remind me.
I would highly recommend you try one if you haven't.
Better than Greg.
Better than Greg.
And Greg was well known.
He gets around Greg with his bacon turnovers. I'll have to try some one day. I don't eat meat, but I'll have to try some.
Pesto, he deals with explosions of sorts when he messes up his potions. Nothing that I have to treat. And what was the other name you said?
Colin.
It's Colin, yeah.
Colin. Oh, Colin's just an idiot.
Okay, so nothing suspicious.
Not from those three, no.
Okay, then yeah, definitely the hooded guys. Huh?
I haven't had a patient actually in my house in some time, a few months.
I suppose that's quite a good thing, to be honest.
Yes. There's not a lot of the war's over now, so.
Not even a child?
Again, I occasionally make my way into town and fix up anybody who needs it.
I'm thinking about today because it was a child who was attacked.
Well, no one's come to me yet.
I think he's dead.
And at the moment, the villagers are, accusing me of being the one who's sending these animals.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah, we heard those. I quickly shot them down when I heard that.
some of them have been coming from the forest, so I don't blame them for thinking it's me, since I'm the only one who lives here. But it's not me. My only thought is it's in the forest somewhere.
I'll redeem your name.
Oh, thank you. She pats you on the head.
Thanks.
Ruffles your feathers.
Thanks.
Well, I think we should go into the forest if it's not too late.
Yeah.
I think we should have a nap.
I would like a nap. I'm not going to lie.
You can all stay here the night if you wish.
Okay.
I think bedtime is due.
We'll stay the night, and then first thing in the morning, we will go out and investigate.
Sounds like a
Amelia,
plan.
while we're here, you couldn't make us something for the road, something maybe that has healing properties or something before we head out on this dangerous
Trying to swindle me
task.
again, are you? Okay.
Well, not swindle, just. I would always want to look after Pierre.
I always have something for my favourite two people.
Oh.
You are a sweet one, aren't you?
She will eventually give you 3 minor healing potions.
All right. Do we want to spread those out? I mean, Neil will say, "I'm happy to keep them all and keep you all healthy," or you can take one each, maybe.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, don't look at me, but I assume you can heal from afar, Neil. So maybe it would
I can.
be. But the Catawumpus, was it?
The Catawumpus, yes.
He doesn't have a bag, so
The Catawumpus is perfectly capable of holding on to things.
well, I suppose you do have 2 hands, yeah.
The Catawumpus slowly, while still staring in the direction he has been this whole time, unfurls his left hand.
I'll hand one to him.
The Catawumpus curls his hand.
Kasper can have one. Catawumpus and Pierre, you may have the healing potions.
Well, that's just grand.
Do you want me to start cooking dinner?
Well, takes it off my hands.
I brought some things with me, and he'll slump off his massive rucksack, take out some spices, go over towards what I'm guessing is like a fireplace with a pot on top, and start filling it in. And he goes, "Kasper, could I borrow your water skin?"
No.
Oh, it's only because I need some liquid base for dinner.
What do you mean liquid base?
Well, I'm gonna make a stew, and from what I remember, you had some grape wine.
Well, okay, sure.
Just a splash or two, and he'll glug like half the thing glug, 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 into the thing, and then hand it back. Thank you, and then he'll pull out his own water skin. It looks like some brown, almost like beer, and he'll glug that into the soup as well before throwing a couple of bags of rations in there, which looks like it's some form of like dried meat, and start cooking dinner.
Okay, make me just roll me a d20.
13.
It's a passable dinner. It's good. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good stew.
I'll spoon out to everyone.
And Pierre, you have a pile of hay outside.
Hooray!
I'd just like to make note that anyone who does eat the dinner would feel slightly intoxicated after eating it. But it's a nice warm, toasty feeling,
Wonderful.
Meow. Oh my goodness. Whenever you need to borrow wine, don't. I just say the word.
I thought it probably best if we had some uplifting dinner. So that was all. And then he'll pass out and go to sleep.
My spirits are sky high right now.
Your spirits are sky high.
Yeah.
What do you think that means? She's obviously clearly a little bit intoxicated as well. She's just talking.
It means that you should teach me this prestidigitation.
I can certainly start the process for you.
Yay.
It takes a long time to learn if you're not just magically gifted. But
Mom told me I'm gifted, I think.
okay.
The Catawumpus would wander over Neil being passed out. His ward is near unimportant at this point. The Catawumpus would wander over to Amelia and unfurl his hand now with the soup that has been given to him in, and just pass it to her with just the standard grin of the Catawumpus.
You don't want it?
The Catawumpus does not drink what he eats.
Oh, okay. She takes it.
What if you freeze it? Then he doesn't drink it.
She licks it.
He has to chew it. Yeah.
Ah.
You know the prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Precision.
Yes. I can't freeze things with it.
You can make it cold. Then the fat would emulsify, right? Or like
Make
become
it chewy.
Yeah. Gelatinous.
Would you like it cold? She looks at the Catawumpus.
The Catawumpus does not understand what the temperature would matter to a liquid. It would still be a liquid.
Well, no, because it's a stew. It would make it slightly less liquid and just make it chewy.
The Catawumpus sees no point in changing what this kind gentleman has given to him.
Okay, he doesn't want it.
The Catawumpus would have gone into his one
yeah.
pouch and he would have popped a small little pink circle into his mouth, and then he would lay down on the floor next to Neil and nod off.
Yeah, I think Casper's gonna eat the rest of that stew.
Yeah.
And it's
go
just
for it.
gonna be so bloated afterwards. Like a round ball with just legs and arms sticking out.
Yeah, it's like the pigeons that puff up.
Yeah, or that one girl from Willy Wonka.
Ah, yes.
But less
Yes.
big. Still small.
Sure. You're all going to Betty Buys, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
You sleep through sound. Well, not soundly. You occasionally get woken up by the sounds of an aggressive boar, and then it dies down. And then it becomes aggressive again. And then it dies down. Yeah. And then you have a long rest.
Yay! Thank Jesus. I needed that.
Yeah, well, because Amelia doesn't need 8 hours of sleep, she would have breakfast ready for you when you wake up.
Oh,
Hooray.
oh, good morning.
Eggs, bacon, another pile of hay for Pierre.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Any carrots?
She has carrots, of course she has carrots.
I'm a fiend. I'm a fiend for the carrots. A devil for the carrots.
She gives you about 30.
That'll do.
I forgot last night to give you all your wage for the day, as your first day of employment under Airgun and I. And Neil will go over to Catawumpus and Kasper and give 5 gold each.
Thanks, boss.
Oh, employed? Are you going somewhere?
Yes, sorry, I completely forgot to say. We are going, essentially, travelling around the globe.
The globe? That's big, I assume.
Yes, I mean, Airgun has set up many different spots for big concert performances, festivals, and we just thought, me and Pierre and Airgun thought that we could expand on our security.
That does make sense. Well, I will miss both of you.
We will be back, I'm sure. And, I don't think Osborne could go too long without a classic Neil Lot performance.
Well, of course not.
It would miss me too much.
I'm sure they would.
Anyway, is it time to get on? Head
Aye.
into the woods?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she leads you
Yeah.
back outside and just sort of goes behind her house, and there's just woods.
Lovely to see you, Amelia. I'm sure we'll see you before we leave town.
Yes. Of course, yes.
Oh, you're first on the list to say
My
goodbye
pretty
to, my
lady.
dear.
She goes round and hugs everyone,
Not everyone.
apart from the Catawumpus.
She would be able to walk right up into the position to do a hug, but I think by the time she reached the point at which she might wrap her arms around, she'd probably be more, not so unnerved by the look that he would give her, but more so the absolute static nature of his body as he just waits to see what happens. and probably would decide against it upon that moment.
Yeah, she just sort of backs away and just sort of pats you on the back.
This works.
And then sends you off, and you guys head into the forest.
Just as we exit and the door behind us closes, if there was a door at all, I had by this point completely forgotten that she is a witch. But looking to Kasper, with no intent of hiding anything, would just go, little one, are you expecting this payment?
Payment?
This payment, and he just holds out his hand, which has got just this 5 gold in it. His left hand, that is.
Well, we did sign up for a job initially, so yeah. I suppose I did a little bit at least.
This is interesting. The Catawumpus was not expecting this pay. The Catawumpus feels that it must have been yours. And then just hands the 5 gold to Kasper.
Oh, you sure?
The Catawumpus has no need for this. It is not what the Catawumpus expected.
I can hold on to it until you need it.
If this is the way that this shall work out, then the Catawumpus is happy with it.
Okay, thank you.
And he tucks it in his little pockets.
Okay.
Then we carry on.
Yeah.
Okay. As you make your way into this dark, damp, and a little bit muggy forest, that is where we will end our session.
Yay!
Yay!
I left that potion behind, by the way. That's gone.
Oh,
Oh no.
Thank you so much for listening to Gust of Wanderlust. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave us a rating, as it will tell the algorithm that we are doing a great job. If you want to keep up to date with us anywhere else outside of this podcast feed, you can do so at every social media outpost at Gust of Wander. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at ChazzaTweets and at @the_real_Chazza on Instagram. If you want to follow Sam, you can follow Sam at SolarisVT on Twitter and Twitch. If you want to follow Rayla, you can follow her at CasualRayla on Twitter and Twitch. And if you want to follow Taylor, you can follow Taylor at ForTheJaffas on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And Matt can't be found anywhere. Our next episode will be coming out next Tuesday. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you then.